So we're going to go through a period of time where there's going to be no peace. And then we're going to go through a period of time where there's a lesser peace. And then we're going to go through a time of a greater peace. And that greater peace is when humanity will become one with each other, called the Oneness of Humanity. And we will understand that we all are the children of the Creator, and that we all live on this planet, and that we're its citizens, and that the only way for this planet to work in harmony with us is we've got to be in harmony with each other. So that is called, we have to be in unity with each other, okay? But the other ingredient for unity, you cannot achieve unity without love. Love is extremely important. A lot of people say, oh, I love you, I love this, and I love that. But love is such a powerful unity thing for the entire human race. You know, think of a big heart. You know, that's where we got to get to. You know, but the heart's got a bunch of holes in it right now. But we've got to learn to mend that. You know, so we're going to go through those phases. And when you look outside, all of what you see today will be transformed and changed. Okay? The cities you see will no longer exist. But that's a scary thought for people. But really, what we have today is total chaos. Do you want to live in total chaos and pass chaos onto this fifth world? No, you want to bring this fifth world around to peace and harmony, love and unity, unity and diversity. You know, all those great principles that are possible. You know, and because we're one human race, but we're culturally different. We've got different colored skin, but that doesn't mean that we've got to go out and kill each other. You know, we've got to recognize that we can kill someone, but we choose not to. Is the main thing, as we choose to love that person and not be bent on killing the person. You know, so that's why spirituality is progressive. Because once you stop your spirituality from being progressive, you turn inward. Then you say, my religion is better than that one, and this religion is better than that one. No. All of these, the original teachings of all these religions and all the teachings of our spirituality move forward because that's the way the Creator has created everything. And once you stop, then you become internalized. Then you say, our religion is greater than yours. And then you get into a fight. Wars are fought over these things. You know that, right? But in the indigenous world, we've stopped the fighting. You know, we're spiritually reconnecting. Because it's through spirituality that these various religions will be healed. Okay? It's through spirituality because they lost their spirituality. They became more organized, more organized institutions. And then when that happens, that means humanity thinks they're the boss. But the boss is up there. And the boss tap you on the shoulder every once and say, and that's exactly what happened during the 911 crisis. They say the emergency call is 911, right? And but they don't understand that September is 7. So it's 711 telling 911, humanity, the Creator, 711, telling the humanity, that's the direction you're headed. You know, that's the direction you're headed. So he gave the warning. So I personally believe that was the beginning of the Third World War. There is a prophecy about the first one, there's a prophecy about the second one, And there's now this prophecy that I believe that the unconventional war system, which they call terrorism and all this kind of stuff, is really about guerrilla warfare, basically. It's a whole different process, eh? And so you just don't know when they're going to hit and things like that, so it gets worse. There's no more trying to work things out at the table, even when you're at war, you know? So I believe, and there's reasons I say that. There are deep spiritual signs that I see that speak to that. So, you know, like 7 is a very holy number. You know, 9 is a completion number. So 9 is a human number, like 9/11. That's our emergency number. Well, 7/11 is the Creator's emergency number. That's right. You know, even the Twin Towers are in shape of an 11. The plane that hit the Pentagon was plane number 77. So yeah, you had 911, but the main thing was 11 showed up constantly in the number of people in the planes, even the shapes of the buildings, and all these kind of things. But 11 means light. Okay, so 7 is the Creator's light, humanity's light, 911, and these got to work together, you know. So if you add, 9 and 7 together, you get 16, right? It comes out back to 711. That's the boss. 911 is not the boss. If 911 obeys the boss, which is the Creator, you know, we had that opportunity right at that moment to change. Okay, but we've just carried on, and the petty politics carries on today. And and then people say we live in a crazy world. And yeah, well, I don't use the word crazy, but a very chaotic world. But it's necessary that we go through the chaos in order to get to peace and the other thing is our children got to understand that freedom does not mean running around and doing anything you want. Freedom is about discipline, because it's through discipline that you have freedom. Because out of discipline comes respect for someone. It's the love and all those things I just talked about. That's what freedom is, but that's discipline. To love someone is discipline. Yeah, you can love someone and abuse that. That's exactly what's happening today. But is that love? No, it's really abuse, you know. But true love means respecting someone and mutually understanding where you're going together. And the main one is to be responsible for your actions. You know, being responsible for your actions is extremely important. Because if you're not responsible for your actions and you just go here, go there, do whatever you want, what's going to happen is what you got today. You know, Buddha said, basically, is that if humanity got together and lived in harmony with each other, the winds would settle down, the earth would settle down, all things would go back to a natural harmony, and people will be happy and live happily together. And that's as simple as it is. Is without unity, there's no happiness. With unity, there's happiness. There's joy. You know, right now there's no joy in life. Okay, everybody's worried about, where's the next meal going to come from, and roll of toilet tissue, and all these kind of things. Toilet tissue of all things went fast off the shelves, right, when the COVID-19 hit. And but COVID-19 is, if you look at it from this perspective, that it is here to discipline us. So the Creator is going to separate us now, and we're going to get into bubbles or whatever you call them today, and so we're going to have to learn to live in our houses amongst each other in peace. And then once you do that, then you can the cells, positive cells will grow throughout the world, you know. But running around doing all this kind of stuff that they're doing today is chaos, you know. And so the first thing they should have did was shut the planes down. But they didn't, because why? It's economics, right? The dollar rules the world right now. But they're finding out that the dollar doesn't rule the world, that the dollar is a broken medicine wheel. You know, what I mean by that? Medicine wheel is a circle, right? With a cross inside of it, balanced cross. It doesn't, okay? The Christian cross is not a balanced cross, so I'm talking about a balanced cross inside a circle. So if you took that balanced cross and the circle, okay? So if you take the circle, you can take the circle and reshape it, okay, into an S. And then you can take those two bars inside, flick them up inside one another, and put them on that S. What have you got? You've got a dollar sign. So actually, that is a hidden medicine wheel, the negative part of the medicine wheel. And that's what we're living with right now. So creating the sacred hoop is what we've got to do, and put that dollar sign inside that circle again. And when we can achieve that together, the lesser peace will come. And then as we live together in that mode, the greater peace will come. And then as we go along, the greatest civilization that humanity has ever seen will come about. And it is indescribable today as to what's coming. So people got to understand that we're never going to always live in this darkness that they call the chaotic times. But that's a time we have to go through. That's our lesson period. And then as we move through it all, we begin to see more and more of the light. And as more and more of the light starts to affect each and every one of us, because it affects us all differently, because we have our own free will, we have our own, can make our own choices. But I've also learned that the Creator has a preordained will. Means that the Creator already knows what He wants you to do. And if you get off track, you know, of course you get disciplined, right? And that's exactly what we're going through right now. We're being severely disciplined. And this is just a scratch on the surface what's going on right now. Just a scratch. And so you can expect, like I said, the civilization won't survive. But there is a greater one coming. There always is a greater one. But can that next greater one live according to the divine plan of the Creator? Or is it going to say science is more powerful than wisdom? Well, science and wisdom are two wings of a bird. And then this one here, you know, shut down. You know, it's no longer flying with the wisdom. So what you got is right-wing politics, right? So the bird goes like this, left-wing politics goes like that. So you got to get back into the eagle, into the, like Haláw, this is the Age of Haláw, the golden eagle. That's one of the messages, you got to fly like an eagle. And so you can see up there, you can see everything that's not quite right and start to change.